Take two. Hey, Boo. Oh. There we go. Do you feel famous, Boo? Oh, we got somebody out there. Aunt's Victoria. G'day, mate. How are you? Oh. You'll have to excuse the wobbling. We don't have a tripod today, and we've got this selfie stick that somebody gave me. So we'll see if it works. But I'm trying to get you to see me and Boo at the same time. Who else is out there? We've got somebody else. Not sure if we'll get many people, being a Saturday afternoon. Everybody's busy, and all our mates over in the United States are probably asleep. Royo, it's 2. G'day. Wildlife Brothers, how are you, mate? I thought you guys would be sound asleep at the moment. It's got to be midnight. Not all. Just most of you. How are you guys doing? And people, we've still got 2 people out there. So, yeah, it's actually a couple of days late. But I looked through our paperwork, and Boo came to us 12 months ago, starting about 10 days back. So Boo has, you're like a bat. I'm asleep as soon as it gets dark. I stay awake just long enough to come and check all the marsupials, because they all come up and start doing their thing at night time. So I like to do a last check on them while it's dark. But yeah, 20 minutes after dark, I'm in bed. But yeah, so Boo has been here for a year and 10 days, give or take. Boo, you make it very hard to hold a camera still. G'day, Shannon. How are you, mate? Yeah, Boo is very cute. It's 2:30 a.m. Well, let me bring up the rest of it. Relaxing and doing research for a shoot tomorrow. Ooh, I'd ask what the video's about, but I don't want to spoil anything. So the other 2 people out there watching, make sure you check out the Wildlife Brothers YouTube channel, and you'll get to find out what they're filming, maybe. What do you reckon, Boo? Same to me. So, yeah, Boo's now been here for 12 months. She's, if anybody knows anything about our channel, she's well and truly part of the family. She's smashing down some carrots and oats and sweet potato. But, yeah, I thought we may as well hop on it and do a bit of a memoriam about it. I've actually been wanting to do a video on some snapshots of Boo over the last 12 months. But we've done so many videos now, I don't actually have copies of them all. And my computer's playing up and won't let me download them all back off YouTube. It must think I'm trying to steal them as somebody else's videos. So we will get a bit of a Boo montage up, because, let's face it, you can never get enough videos of adorable wombats. Huh, Boo? But, yeah, so how else is everybody? She's really grown a lot. Yeah, she'd be every bit of 22, 23 kilograms now. And she came to us at about 4 or 5 kilograms. So she's grown a lot. I like your kids and pets at home, I suppose. I don't notice it that much because I see her every day. But because she goes out to so many shows, a lot of people see her, and then they'll see her again 3 months later, and they'll be like, that's not the same wombat. But it is. She's growing. She's still got some growing left to do, but hopefully not too much. She should get to about 30 kilos, but they have the capacity to get up to 40 kilos plus. But yeah, being a girl, being from the area that she comes from, 30, 32. How much food does she go through a day? Winter time, we feed her a little bit extra. Obviously, just her metabolism's a little bit higher. But we feed her 2 or 3, large carrots, 10, 20 centimeters long, a sweet potato, and basically 1 large scoop, so sort of 2 coffee mugs, I suppose, worth of what we call wombat mix. And the wombat mix we make up here in a big cement mixer. It's a bag of what we buy as a kangaroo pellet. It's essentially a horse pellet with reduced sugar, because native pasture here in Australia is not as like lush, I suppose, as pastures from like the agricultural areas in the States or in Europe. We've got very high in fibre pasture. So yeah, a low sugar horse pellet basically. couple of bags of rolled oats and a big bag of sort of lucerne or oat and chaff. Well, there's a cute face. We're both doing well, Drummond. I did see a message. Did something give you a fright? There's a bit of wind, and she freaks out a little bit in the wind. Yeah, so what's in their diet? So that's her diet here in captivity. This Wombat mix, carrots, oats, sweet potato, Wombat pellets, kangaroo pellets, that sort of thing. Come summertime, she gets a little bit of corn as well, which is kind of like chocolate for Wombat. She loves it. She'd live off it if she could. But, yeah, it's got a lot more sugar than she's really meant to have. Abu? But, yeah, so in the wild, grass would be the vast majority of their diet. But being the fact that there is a Wombat living in here, you can imagine we get big holes and all the grass gets eaten and the trees will have to put guards around. So we can't have her eat grass in here. She just eats it all and it dies. But yeah, so grass would make up the vast majority of their diet. But oats and, a Wombat, like the kangaroo pellets, are essentially modified grasses. They'd also eat some roots and tubers and that sort of thing. So glad to finally catch a live stream. Yeah, you always tell me you miss out, so we're lucky you come on this time, John. But yeah, so that's their diet. They'll also, once every couple of days, whenever I replace the gum leaves in my possums enclosures, because all the possums get fresh gum leaves every sort of 3 days, the old branches go in here, and she likes to chew on the bark and things a bit. Hang on one tick. Oh, here we go. We're back. Waiting on a visitor and thought we had somebody arriving. Yeah, so I'm at 2:42 a.m. Oh, I feel bad. I'm keeping yous awake. Hey, boo. I don't want yous all to have a sleepy weekend. It's Friday, well, Saturday morning for you guys now. Saturday afternoon here. But yeah, I don't want yous to miss out on your weekend on my account. But yeah, so there's been a couple of big things in the news, I suppose, lately. I've changed my username. My old one was Nicole. I recognise you now. We've talked a couple of times. Recently doing a herping trip in Darwin. Yeah, so we did go to Darwin. I'd like to call it a herping trip, but it was a bit more of a family holiday. My other half is not particularly interested in wildlife, so we visited a bunch of zoos. And with the little tacker, it's hard to be out all night. But we did Fog Dam. Fog Dam is famous for water pythons particularly, but snakes. It's actually an artificial dam. It was built in the 1950s by Americans as an attempt to grow rice during the dry season in North Queensland. In the Northern Territory. And because of the millions and millions of water birds up there, it failed. It got abandoned, but it left this gigantic wetland that holds water all year round. So today, it's full of crocodiles. And most of the cane toad science in Australia comes from Fog Dam, but it's particularly famous for water pythons. Hey, boo? But we had to come back because we'd missed this monster. Whoop. There we go. Yeah, we'd miss Boo. But yeah, so there's been a few big things in Wicked Wildlife News, I suppose. The Darwin trip was one. We've put out 2 videos from Darwin so far, the cane toad video. And we've got another cane toad video coming up, 10 crazy. Am I using a selfie stick? Yeah. Somebody gave it to me because my tripod's broken and I need to buy another one. So, yeah, I pinched this one from somebody. Boo is adorable. I couldn't be without her. But, yeah, so we've put out 2 videos from Darwin, the cane toad one. We've got another cane toad one coming up with 10 crazy cane toad facts, which is basically just some interesting bits of cane toad trivia that didn't fit in with the, I suppose, flow of our other video. And Sweetheart, I don't know if you guys saw, but we got to visit Sweetheart the crocodile, who unfortunately passed away 40 years ago, but passed away 40 years ago the day after I got to film his body. So, yeah, he was a taxidermied croc that was known for attacking outboard motors in Sweets Lookout, a lagoon on the Finniss River just southwest of Darwin. So, yeah, that's 2. And we've got a few other ones coming in. Another cane toad one, a couple of crocodile ones. Do you need a license for a wombat? Yes, you do. They can be kept through a private license, but I've never heard of it. You can only keep a captive-born one on a private license, whereas Boo was an orphan, and as an educator, we can apply for a permit to give her a home. Wolfie! G'day, how are you? How's everybody? Whoop. Where's Isabella? She's inside asleep. It's too cold to bring her outside. Boo is adorable. She's my firstborn daughter, and Isabella's my second. So yeah, the first bit of big wildlife news was the Darwin trip. It's been exciting, but it's just gone to show us that, you know, we'd really like to get out and about and do more trips to show you some more videos, because you've seen every animal I own and you've seen almost every animal I can borrow. So what's the temperature? It's about 9 degrees Celsius here today. I say it's freezing, but for somebody in North America, you're probably thinking I'm complaining about nothing. If the sun's not out here, we've all got jumpers on. But it gets relatively cold here. You're right, chewing on that selfie stick. So yeah, we'd like to get out and about and do more trips. And the best way to do that is for anybody out there who's wanting to help us is to share our videos. It is cold. Shannon understands me. Shannon comes from Melbourne, not far from me, and yeah, it's cold for us Australians. But yeah, so the best way to help us get out and about, 75 degrees, and you're sweating. Don't you have to have a... Yeah, well, you need a license for almost any wild animal, I suppose. It depends what you call wild. So you can't take any animals out of the wild in Victoria. Boo was actually orphaned in South Australia, and by a weird twist of rules, she's allowed to come to an educator in Victoria, but a private person couldn't own her. But yeah, in Victoria, nothing is allowed to come out of the wild, if that's what you mean by wild animals. But with a permit, you can own ringtail possums, pythons, lizards, turtles, snakes, all that sort of thing. There is a few species here in Victoria you can keep without a license, but they have to be born in captivity. They can't be wild animals, they're just wildlife. The eastern blue tongue, the blotched blue tongue, the eastern long-necked turtle, the Murray short-necked turtle, the Cunningham skink, and the White's skink. The reptiles you can keep without a permit here in Victoria. Every state's got their own rules. I think in South Australia now you can keep bearded dragons without a permit as well. But yeah, for most of them you need a license. So yeah, if you're wanting to see us do more trips, the one I'd really like to be able to, and the marbled gecko, yeah, you're spot on, Ants Victoria. The next trip I'd really like to do if we can, and it probably won't be for 12 months, it's going to take us a bit to save up again, is to go to Cairns and visit a couple of things. There's the Tree Kangaroo Hospital, who's run by a brilliant wildlife carer in the Atherton Tablelands. She raises tree kangaroo, or raises and rescues and releases tree kangaroos. She's the only facility in Australia that does it. There's a sea turtle hospital in Cairns as well. Billabong Sanctuary, just in Townsville, south of Cairns, is where I used to work. So we'd love to go back and show you where I sort of basically did my apprenticeship as a zookeeper. And the biggest thing in Cairns is Cassius, which is the living crocodile that some people argue is the real sweetheart. So yeah, we'd like to do that. The other couple of ways you can help us get to this is share our videos and tell your friends and all this. The more people to watch, the better. If somebody out there does want to go a step further, we've now got 10 wonderful Patreon supporters who your contributions not only help, keep the animals fed and happy, they've paid for an upgrade in our camera. So even though I'm on the phone at the moment, because I'm learning how to use a fancy camera, hopefully you'll see an improvement in the quality of our videos. So that's the second thing. We'd like to make a trip somewhere else. But the biggest thing is we've hit 5,000 YouTube subscribers recently as well. So we're absolutely smashing it. But anyway, guys, I'm going to have to wrap things up there because I've got somebody sort of coming up the driveway. I just thought we'd say hello to Boo and, wish her a happy 1 year at Wicked Wildlife. But yeah, thanks for watching as always, guys. If you do want to help us out, like I said, please share our videos, get all your mates watching. The more, the merrier. We're actually going to be trying to chase down a few companies that we share, I suppose, an opinion with, maybe Arid Recovery or something like that, and try and get some channel sponsors because, we're never going to be one of those channels that buys animals just so that we can show you animals. We don't want to take on anything we don't have room for and can't house, which is how every pet tuber should be, in my opinion. But the trade-off of that is it means a lot of miles on the road trying to visit animals rather than obtain them ourselves. So hopefully people want to see our videos keep coming out. That's the way it's going to be going. But anyway, guys, Yeah, spot on, Shannon. That's the way we want to do it. If anybody out there is happening to be watching from Australia and you work at or own a facility or have some animals you think might make an interesting topic, also send us a message. We're trying to tee up visiting some zoos and wildlife parks and things and get behind the scenes maybe, which would be fantastic. But yeah, I'll wrap things up there, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Be nice to wildlife. Share it with your mates. Have a good one and take care.